Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I am unboxing the Pretty Armor version 1 from Mystery Company? I don't know what company makes this because it doesn't say anywhere on the box, but this is a bootleg product, a third-party product out of China that I believe is basically just using parts of Frame Arms Girl kit, basically. But then they've made a whole bunch of new parts here for it. Basically, it looks like it's just like it's supposed to be Saber from Fate. I don't really know anything about the story of that anime or whatever it is, or the character. I just know of the character. And I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be Saber. They don't have that name anywhere on here, but it's basically a Frame Arms Girl Saber, if that's cool for you. I don't really care too much about that character. I do think this looks cool, though, so I did want to check this out. Plus the fact that I just checked out my first Frame Arms Girl kit, I want to see how it compares. Now, one thing I will say about the Frame Arms Girl kit was that there's a lot of really small, delicate parts that have to fit really super tightly, and delicate and really close fitting is not something that is not words I would usually use to describe third-party or bootleg kits out of China. There usually tends to be a common fault among them, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully the quality of this is pretty good, and it works out pretty cool. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with this. Now, one thing I do want to mention as well is that this is sent to me from Hobby Mission, so a big thank you to them for sending this to me. If you do want to check out their website, of course the link for that is down below. You can check that out. They're a good source for getting this kind of kits, third-party bootleg kits, as well as they have some P-Bandai kits and other regular kits as well, so you can check that out. One thing too I will say about their service is that their packing of stuff is really good. Now, some people sometimes ask me, they live in like other countries where they have to order stuff overseas and things like that, and they're worried about their packages being protected well. Their packing at Hobby Mission is super good. They're really, really nicely packed, so don't have to worry about that at all. Here on the side of the box, you can see there's what the kit is going to look like with all of the armor taken off. Of course, there's that form as well on the back, just Pretty Armor version 1. On this side, you can see a little bit about what is included. It's got the shield, which is really cool. It has some physical parts, and then it has some beam effect there going on as well. Caliburn, which I guess is just a couple of swords there, basically. Assault rifle here. It's got a couple of assault rifles, which also look pretty cool. And then this all kind of attaches onto a backpack here, which does look really nice as well. This hole with these mechanical arms and everything, you should be able to do some cool stuff with that. So aside from just what's here on the side of the box, there is a lot of stuff that you can do with this. I've seen the promo images for the kit, and there's a lot that you can do. Here on the bottom, it's just Pretty Armor there, and on the top, Pretty Armor. So yeah, it doesn't say the manufacturing company anywhere on here, so I'm actually not sure. But this is version 1, so their first attempt. So I assume they might be doing other versions later on, maybe some other Fate characters, I don't know, or other characters, like popular characters, turning them into Frame Arms Girls kits from different series and stuff. So here we have some of our like flesh tone parts here, which look a little bit more orange compared to the Frame Arms kit that I did just take a look at. There's our base for that as well. It does come with a base. And in Kotobukiy fashion, it's separated into a lot of really small runners here. So you can see we have just a lot of these little runners here for some of these parts. I would say some of these runners are directly copied from Kotobukiy runners, while some of them are brand new. That would be my guess. So there's a bunch of the mechanical parts for the mechanical arms, I should say, not the kit's arms. There's some effect parts, nice purple effect parts. Those look really nice. Some more black parts, weapon parts, a whole bunch of blue parts, some yellow parts there for the hair. A lot of Frame Arms Girls kits have like different hairstyles and things like that, and that's kind of like one of the things about them. And the hairstyle of this one is not really to my particular taste. Now, it looks like we got some cool stuff here. We've got our hand option parts. It looks like we've got like a V sign, holding hands, closed fists, and open hands, it looks like. And the cool thing is that we have a set of black ones, and then we have a set of just the flesh tone ones as well. So you can have a choice between those. Those look quite nice. They look pretty small. The molding on here looks a little bit funky. I can see some miscoloration, at least in a couple of the hands here. It's not really going to be a big deal if you're going to paint the kit, but if you're not painting the kit, you can see some of that really fine molding on the hands doesn't look that good. Those are going to need a little bit of sanding, a little bit of cleanup on those. Yeah, I can see some miscoloration there on the thumb of that one as well. And then we have our face option parts here. So here we have like a in distress face there, and just kind of slightly angry face, a very angry face, and then a kind of angry face. I don't know what that one is, but There's no happy face. If you wanted your character to have a happy face, I guess you don't really have that option for that. I will say though, the pre-painting on there though does look really nice. Give you a close-up look at one of those. You can see that does look really high quality. But aside from that, you do also have a set of just blank faces as well. So if you want to just paint that yourself or do something a little bit different, it looks like you can have that option here. And I guess that maybe that is supposed to be a happy face. Looking at the blank one looks a little bit more happy. I guess that's supposed to be the happy normal face. But you have the blank one, so I'm guessing that means we have some water slides in here, right? Yep, so here's our water slides for the kit. You can see we actually have more options for the eyes here that aren't even included on the pre-printed eyes. So you have like these kind of, I don't know what you would call that expression, like disgust? I don't know. But anyway, some nice expressions there. You could use those on some of the blank faces you have there. And then just some other, just like markings, white striping marks. I know those are kind of hard to see. And then, of course, our Panty Decals here as well. So some pretty nice decals on here. And I will say, looking close, the quality of them does look really quite nice as well. You can't like see the quality of the printing there. They do look really solid, nice, bright colors and everything. So very cool. And then we have our manual here, which, as you can see on the front, is looking very Saber-ish. On the back, again, just pretty armor there. The manual's pretty no frills here. It's just part list here at the front. Again, looks very much like a Kotobukiy manual. And then going through the construction of that, head, body, arms, legs, and then the weapons and backpack, all of that stuff here. And then we get to just the kind of shield parts, and then how to transform the shield form change like that, and then where to put the decals around on the kit. And then we get to some nice big color sample images of some different posing and things like that you can do with the kit. So it looks like it does come with a few different options for the top of the head, whether you want to have just like these little bits there, or these kind of more animal ears, or these just kind of like robotic fox kind of ears, kind of Kankole looking ears. And then here is, again, another thing you can do with the shield. You can have the shield like that, out like that. That's pretty cool. That was one of the things that really sold me on the kit. I think that's pretty cool looking. And of course, posing there just with the swords and all of that fun stuff. And that's it. Let's get a look at the runners, check the quality of that. All right, so first up here, we just have the parts for the base. I guess this part will kind of clip onto the side there. Hopefully there's an arm for that, so you can like attach the shield on there separately, but this is all just in white. Seems simple enough. All right, so here we got runner A, which is all in yellow here for mostly the hair, it seems. And I gotta say, the casting does look quite sharp. There's a little bit of flash around on some of the edges, but it's very minimal. It's really not all that bad. Everything does look pretty sharp. You have some really sharp points here, there for like the tips of the hair and all of that. So overall, it's looking pretty good. The runner marking are a little bit strange though. It's runner A, and here you can see it's pretty armor, but here PA03, so I'm guessing it's pretty armor, but why it's 03 when it's 01? So maybe they already have plans for the first couple of these, I don't know. Because then when we look at runner B, this one is marked PA01, and this is just these two parts. I'm guessing these are maybe like for the upper arms. Runner C, here we have in white, just a few little detail parts here and there, and again, the detail does look really nice, very minimal flash, little bits of in detail there. It does look really sharp. Then we got runner D1 here, all in black for just some of the parts we can see there for the panty parts, and then a couple other joint parts looks like on there. And then runner D2 is also in black. We have our parts for the assault rifle, and then a few more small little joint parts on here, and then we have two of this D2 runner. Then we've got runner E1 is all in blue here, just a whole bunch of blue parts for the kit. And again, just to give you guys a close-up look, you can see there's a tiny bit of flash around some of the edges, but really not all that bad. The molded detail does look quite sharp, and the surface quality does look pretty good as well. But as I mentioned before, more importantly is the connections, and we'll just have to see when the kit comes together. But I do think the molding on these parts does seem to be pretty good, so as long as they fit together without too much issue, it should be pretty solid. Then we've got runner E2 with just some more blue parts around for the kit. You can see some leg parts and feet parts, things like that, all here on E2. And then we have a couple different F runners. This F runner is actually our polycap runner. This is like in a kind of softer plastic, and this is just in that kind of flesh tone color. Then we also have this F runner, which is like a metallic gunmetal gray sort of color, and this is obviously there for the sword, and then a few more parts here around on the kit, and we have two of this F runner. Runner G is once again in the same color, and it seems to be just a whole bunch of these. They're not polycaps, they're not polycap material, but they're the same shape as what we generally tend to see as polycaps. There's a whole bunch of those. Guessing these are just basically parts for the mechanical arms for moving the different shield parts and things like that around. And we have 2 of this runner, so a whole bunch of those. And again, there's 1 more G runner, so hopefully it doesn't get too confusing about which F and G runners you're supposed to use. But this one is, once again, in a flesh tone color here, so you can see there's some parts, and it looks like some nude parts on there as well. So I didn't know that was going to be included. Okay. Moving on here to runner H, more flesh tone parts. Looks like we do have a couple other hand parts. Oh, those are foot parts, sorry. Those are the toes. And it looks like, yeah, kind of mostly legs on the H runner here. And then runner I is back to that metallic color here, and it looks like these are the other parts for making the mechanical arms, where we have all those kind of polycap shaped parts on the G runner. These are the other parts needed for those. So we have 2 of this I runner. Runner J is back to blue, just for our larger blue parts here, kind of for parts of the shield and things like that. And we have 2 of this J runner. And then our last bits of blue here are on the M runner with just a few more parts here. These parts looking very, very identical to the side skirts of the Grimgird, I have to say. And that was M, but this is runner M1, and this one is molded in some silver. So unlike the kind of like gunmetal darker gray color that we had for some like kind of frame parts, if you could call them that, this is definitely in more of a silver color, and we do have 2 of this M runner for some of those metallic parts. And another little tiny runner here, runner Q, is just this one single piece, but again, does look pretty nice. And then the last thing here, this is labeled runner A, but I just kept this for last. This is the effect parts for it. So again, really nice, light, clear purple. And these look really, really good quality. You can see a tiny bit of like texture on that, but it just depends on like how you're catching it in the light. I don't think you're ever going to notice that. Overall, I think they look quite good. We do have 2 of this runner, so you get plenty of effect parts there. And one thing I'm noticing, it looks like that bit of effect on it does seem to be possibly on purpose. Like there's the center part here, the closer part is like even more high gloss, and the rest of it is not quite as glossy, so it gives you a little bit of effect of like almost 2-tone color with that. I'm not sure if maybe I'm just seeing it that way, or maybe just because it's a little bit thicker here and that's why it looks a little bit different, but it does have a pretty nice looking effect to it. So that is it for the unboxing, guys. I gotta say, I was a little bit concerned about just the quality of this, just if it's gonna be having some fitting issues, it's just gonna be kind of a nightmare to put together. But my first impression is that it looks pretty nice, so I'm pretty excited about that. Anyway, I'll get this built up and we'll take a look at it in the review coming up next. If you guys do want to check out Hobby Mission's sites, check that out in the link down below. Let me know if you guys have any other questions or comments, and thank you as always for watching. I'll see you guys in the review. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. See you next time.